One of the things I love about natural products, I've written about this a lot over my career in terms of, hey, let's compare turmeric to ibuprofen, or let's compare oil of oregano to a broad spectrum antibiotic. So let's compare the effectiveness and the safety. And it's amazing to look at how herbs and food-based products that are superfoods, how they compare, and they can typically perform equally, sometimes outperform, but then have zero side effects compared to the medication. In fact, I want to say 1/3 of all medications today were developed from natural products, but then they were made synthetically. So they're going to have side effects and also lose some of the other beneficial qualities there. I know that there was a study recently that you quoted comparing honey to cough syrup.
Yeah, so I love what you're speaking about, by the way, because I am obsessed with this. I am obsessed with what in the pharmaceutical world, what in the medicine cabinet has been altered. And sure, maybe it's a Band-Aid solution here, but it creates all of these other issues. I have such a belief that anything we're putting in our body should be a net positive, particularly when we're sick.
Yeah.
So there was this big study, and it was looking at upper pediatric respiratory infections. It was comparing buckwheat honey, which is a certain type of honey, to dextromethorphan. Dextromethorphan is the active ingredient used in most cough syrups. Most cough syrups you can find, it's either phenylephrine or dextromethorphan. This study found that buckwheat honey was just as effective, not slightly less, but with less side effects, straight up just as effective as dextromethorphan for treating upper pediatric respiratory infections. So when I read that, I was like, why would you ever give a kid dextromethorphan when honey does the trick? And it's natural and has all these other health benefits. And interestingly, phenylephrine, which is these are two actives that are in Robitussin and Vicks and all of these conventional cough syrups that most of us grew up purchasing and thinking were helping us. Phenylephrine is now being recalled by the FDA because it doesn't even work. It's just a chemical that does not help you.